There is a book in the Bible so short you could read it standing in line for coffee, 21 verses, one chapter, and it exists for one reason: to confront a nation that stood on a cliff and watched its own brother burn. The nation is Edom. And to understand why God devoted an entire book to them, you have to go back to a delivery room. Edom descended from Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, the man who became Israel. These two people weren't strangers, they were family. A rivalry that started in the womb hardened over centuries into a blood feud. So when Babylon finally shattered Jerusalem's walls, Edom had a choice about how to treat their brother in his worst hour. They chose to gloat. And God noticed. Welcome back to Daily Bread Chronicles C20. I'm so glad you're here. This is day 162 of our journey through the Bible, and today we open the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, paired with Psalm 7. We're walking through the one story that leads to Jesus, a one-year reading plan from our friends at BibleProject. You can find all their incredible free resources at BibleProject.com. Because Obadiah is a brand new book and the shortest one in the entire Old Testament, let's get our bearings before we dive in. One short prophecy, one proud nation, and one truth that will boomerang right back on anyone who ignores it. Tucked between Amos and Jonah sits the shortest book in the Old Testament. 21 verses, one chapter, one searing message aimed at one nation, Edom. And to understand Edom, you have to go all the way back to a delivery room. Edom descended from Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, whose name became Israel. These weren't strangers. They were family. The rivalry that started in Rebekah's womb hardened over centuries into a blood feud. So when Babylon finally broke through Jerusalem's walls, Edom had a choice, and they chose to gloat. Because of the violence against your brother Jacob, you will be covered with shame. You will be destroyed forever. Obadiah 1:10. They didn't just watch. They cheered. They looted. They stood at the crossroads and handed fleeing survivors back to the enemy, verses 11 to 14. What made Edom so bold? Pride. They lived in cliff fortresses carved into towering rock, certain no one could ever reach them. The pride of your heart has deceived you, you who live in the clefts of the rocks, who say to yourself, "Who can bring me down to the ground?" Obadiah 1:3. God answers that question directly. Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down. Obadiah 1:4. Did you know? Edom's mountain strongholds were famous in the ancient world for being nearly impossible to attack. The very thing that made them feel untouchable became the symbol of how far they had to fall. Then comes the line that turns the whole book, and it's the same truth David sings in today's psalm. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will return upon your own head. Obadiah 1:15. David puts it this way: the wicked one, who digs a hole and scoops it out, falls into the pit he has made. Psalm 7:15. Here's the weight of it for us. Indifference to a brother's suffering is not neutral. Standing by while someone falls, quietly relieved it wasn't us, God counts that as participation. But Obadiah doesn't end in judgment. It ends on a mountain with deliverance and one final promise: the kingdom will be the Lord's. Obadiah 1:21. Where in your life is God asking you to step in instead of stand by? Chapter 1. Obadiah's Vision. The vision of Obadiah. This is what the sovereign Lord says about Edom. We have heard a message from the Lord. An envoy was sent to the nations to say, "Rise, let us go against her for battle." See, I will make you small among the nations. You will be utterly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You who live in the clefts of the rocks and make your home on the heights. You who say to yourself, "Who can bring me down to the ground?" Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down, declares the Lord. If thieves came to you, if robbers in the night, oh, what a disaster awaits you! Would they not steal only as much as they wanted? If grape pickers came to you, would they not leave a few grapes? But how Esau will be ransacked, his hidden treasures pillaged. All your allies will force you to the border, your friends will deceive and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you, but you will not detect it. In that day, declares the Lord, will I not destroy the wise men of Edom, those of understanding in the mountains of Esau? Your warriors, Teman, will be terrified, and everyone in Esau's mountains will be cut down in the slaughter. Because of the violence against your brother Jacob, you will be covered with shame. You will be destroyed forever. On the day you stood aloof while strangers carried off his wealth and foreigners entered his gates and cast lots for Jerusalem, you were like one of them. You should not gloat over your brother in the day of his misfortune, nor rejoice over the people of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor boast so much in the day of their trouble. You should not march through the gates of my people in the day of their disaster, nor gloat over them in their calamity in the day of their disaster, nor seize their wealth in the day of their disaster. You should not wait at the crossroads to cut down their fugitives, nor hand over their survivors in the day of their trouble. The day of the Lord is near for all nations. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will return upon your own head. Just as you drank on my holy hill, so all the nations will drink continually. They will drink and be as if they had never been. But on Mount Zion will be deliverance. It will be holy, and Jacob will possess his inheritance. Jacob will be a fire and Joseph a flame. Esau will be stubble, and they will set him on fire and destroy him. There will be no survivors from Esau. The Lord has spoken. People from the Negev will occupy the mountains of Esau, and people from the foothills will possess the land of the Philistines. They will occupy the fields of Ephraim and Samaria, and Benjamin will possess Gilead. This company of Israelite exiles who are in Canaan will possess the land as far as Zarephath. The exiles from Jerusalem who are in Sepharad will possess the towns of the Negev. Deliverers will go up on Mount Zion to govern the mountains of Esau, and the kingdom will be the Lord's. Thank you for spending part of your day with me in God's Word. If this reading is feeding your soul, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it today. Tomorrow we open Jonah, chapters 1 through 4, with Psalm 8. Until then, remember, when a brother falls, God is watching what you do next. God bless you, and I will see you in the Word tomorrow.